Ladies and gentlemen, I formally introduce the December 2024 candidates for graduation of the New Orleans Culinary and Hospitality Institute.
Graduates and faculty, please be seated. Good morning. Welcome to our campus and the 15th graduation exercise
Decided for the New Orleans Culinary and Hospitality Institute. My name is Gerald Duwan, Executive Director of WFU. Today represents the achievement of a goal set by each of our culinary arts and baking and pastry arts students. Their journey started on July the 11th for a formal orientation, and through their first day of class, July 15th. That journey concludes here today with this ceremony. But as important as this milestone is to each graduate, to family and friends that have gathered here, it's also important for our unique culture here in New Orleans. Culinary arts, like all art, must be nurtured and intentionally passed down. These graduates are the next generation of chefs that will keep hospitality and food heritage evolving while keeping our traditions modern, living, and breathing creations. To each of you, our graduates, I say thank you for promoting what is proudly ours, and congratulations on your accomplishment. Gnocchi is a nonprofit and an asset of our community. We're governed by a volunteer board of directors. I'd like to ask one of our directors, George Brower, embarrassing, but I'll ask him to stand to be recognized. George. Now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Chef Maggie Scales. Chef Scales is from Philadelphia and attended the Culinary School in Boston at Cambridge School of the Culinary Arts. In 2009, she had the opportunity to work with James Beard winner Julia Shire at Scampo Restaurant at the Liberty Hotel. When Chef Shire opened Town Stove and Spirits, Maggie became the executive pastry chef of the 300-seat establishment. In June 2011, Chef Scales relocated to New Orleans and began working at the Omni Hotel. She then joined the Link Restaurant Group as pastry chef, and in the summer of 2014, Maggie accepted the position of executive pastry chef, overseeing all aspects of Link Restaurant Group's pastry department. When the neighborhood bakery and Cafe La Boucherie was acquired, the pastry department operations were relocated there, and Maggie worked to expand its menu and created a casual bistro within the bakery. Chef Scales was also an integral part of the team at Pesh that won the James Beard Award for Best New Restaurant in 2014. Chef Scales also volunteers her time on Gnocchi's Baking and Pastry Occupational Advisory Committee. That's a group ensuring that the educational experience here fills the needs of our culinary and hospitality employment partners. She's also the first baking and pastry chef to address our graduates in a keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Maggie Scales.
Thank you, Gnocchi staff. Thank you, Gnocchi staff for having me. Very normally in the kitchen and I don't get as much much. Never get stressed. It's really nice opportunity for jewelry. You really get to be the first baby who's engaged to the keynote speech. I'm excited to celebrate this day with you and beginning of your chosen career in culinary professionals. Your exceptional chefs here have given you the basic tools and the foundation you need to move forward with your career. Many of you came here with little or no experience. For some of you, this is a second career, a new beginning. Your careers here after today are truly just as easy. Like Gerald said, I began my pastry career almost 20 years ago when every law school in America rejected me. I had to pivot to Plan B, and I took a weekend-long culinary class with Wolfgang Puck's pastry chef, Mary Bergman, and it changed my life. She made it look easy and had a confidence that came with being a kitchen veteran. Before then, I hadn't thought about working in a kitchen, or I thought baking was just a hobby and couldn't be a profession. During culinary school, I worked 3 jobs and tried to absorb as much information from the people around me as possible. When I got my first restaurant job and got my first chef's ticket, I wasn't nervous or intimidated. It felt exciting and natural, and I hope it feels that way for you guys as well. I was ready to learn everything. For you today, it's an exciting time to be a culinary professional. Being a chef today is considered an important and vital part of the culture, particularly in New Orleans. Part of the reason I moved to New Orleans is because chefs are so well respected. We're admired, we're revered, but the super famous celebrity chefs are few and far between. We don't get into this career to humiliate us, unfortunately. We don't go into kitchens every day at 4 a.m. or stay late into the night because we love it. We love the excitement of 400 covers on a Saturday night, the sense of accomplishment of plating a 3,000 person hotel banquet, or the early Christmas Eve mornings at a bakery in T-minus 2 days. But more importantly, we love being part of a team that brings hospitality to customers. It sounds silly, but we're a part of their family dinners. We're part of their business lunches, and we're part of the destinations that they travel to. Today, if you're willing to work hard, continue to learn, and hone your skills, you'll be regarded with high esteem by both your peers and the dining public. The millions will come later. You're leaving here with an advanced education in the culinary and hospitality industry. You've learned the kitchen basics as well as advanced techniques and life lessons. Sauteing, grilling, roasting, braising, baking, knife control, cost control, sanitation, purchasing, and basic management techniques. It is now your job to perfect these skills, broaden your knowledge, and experiment with different cuisines. When experimenting, please remember that you're going to fail. It's okay. It's not meant to discourage you, and it's part of the process. Return to step 1 and see where improvements can be made. It's a hard process, but it will pay off in the end. Listen to your peers and their thoughts on your dishes. It's easy to poke your defenses and second guess yourself. But keep your mind open to people who are trying to help. As you step into professional kitchens or start your own businesses, keep in mind that you're not professionals and you should look the part. Whether you're working in a chef's jacket or a casual company t-shirt or a uniform, keep it tidy and clean. Keep your station clean and organized, your towels folded, and your apron. Chefs notice these things and it'll advance your career. Not only looking like professionals, but it's also important to conduct yourself like professionals. Today, that means being aware also of your online presence. New Orleans particularly is a very small side world. Employers are using social media to research you once they receive your resume. Have a professional page with photos for your food that can be referenced easily. This shows potential employers that you're serious about your career. Keep your personal and social media separate from your professional. Similarly, if you choose to stay in New Orleans or a small culinary community, New Orleans chefs know each other well, and we travel to events together, we share work resources and where to buy the best products, we share equipment at times, and we call each other to check preferences from potential employees. But more than anything, we support each other. We're a community that enjoys being around each other and spending time in each other's restaurants and businesses. That being said, the chef community also all began at the bottom. We were all line cooks and we were all pantry cooks to start. That is why it's important to communicate professionally and appropriately with your peers. Treat your coworkers and managers as you deserve to be treated. From the dishwasher to the owner, it is vital that you treat everyone professionally and with respect, and they will do the same for you. Everyone from the front to the back plays an essential role in creating success. No one is any more important than anyone else, and everyone deserves the same amount of respect. And selfishly, you never know if the person working next to you will be able to help you one day as a valuable resource. Once you've established work and some financial comfort, if you have the opportunity, I recommend traveling, both within the US and abroad. Opening your mind to new foods and experiences and cultures make you stronger. From my personal experience, I went to France a couple years ago and discovered that everything tastes totally different. It tastes a lot better. So knowing that, I have a really heightened expectation of how our food should taste. And every day I go in knowing that I want it to expect it to taste that way. It'll translate to your dining experience for your customers. Similarly, when you have the opportunity to create dishes of your own, show off your life experiences in your cooking. Dishes that you made growing up with your family, or a dessert you had at your favorite restaurant. Try and recreate them, but in your own way. Diners can taste your excitement and passion in every bite. When creating dishes, the best piece of advice I can give you is to cook with your gut. If it doesn't taste right or look right to you, probably isn't. It may take years to establish that gut feeling, hopefully not. But once you feel it, listen to it. If something's going on a plate and you don't love it, nobody else is going to love it. All chefs know that even the sharpest knife will become dull and virtually useless if it's not sharpened regularly. As chefs, you must constantly challenge yourself. Try things out of your comfort zone. Take classes to continue your education. Read cookbooks and not just the internet. But also take advantage of all the information that is available to you out there on the internet. Just be careful. Work hard and be passionate, and I guarantee that you will be successful. Congratulations on your achievement, and have a wonderful day.
Chef Scales. Now for remarks from our chef instructors. First, chef instructor Zach Miller from Baking and Pastry Arts.
So I just got new reading glasses 2 weeks ago, so made the flock a lot bigger. I would first like to congratulate you as you close this chapter of your journey to being a journalist. As often happens at times like this, I take a moment to reflect on the growth that we've all experienced in the last 6 months. I'm reminded of a story from Rabbi Dr. Abraham Tversky, and it goes something along the lines. It's about how a lobster grows. A lobster is a soft animal that lives in a rigid shell. As the lobster grows, it finds that shell confining and becomes uncomfortable. In order for it to grow, it must cast off the old shell and grow a new one. A lobster finds safe space under a rock to protect itself and produces a new shell. The lobster repeats this step multiple times. The stimulus for the lobster to grow is that it is uncomfortable. The thing I take away from this is that times of discomfort or stress can be times of growth. Sometimes it's okay to get in over your head, to do the things that make us uncomfortable. These are the times that carry the greatest potential for us to realize our dreams. The last 6 months, I'm sure there have been times when you have been uncomfortable. I hope in reflection that you now can see those times as the times you have grown the most. The times you take after today will no doubt vary, but they will share one thing in common. We will all create something beautiful every day that brings someone joy. I have one more bit of advice before you leave, and that is never stop being a student. Always keep learning and growing. The best part of this field is that there's always something new to to explore, and discover. Congratulations. Garland.
Thank you, Chef Miller. Now, for our culinary arts chef instructor, Chef Rebecca Pleskow.
Great. Noki graduate. It's bittersweet to be standing here before you, giving you your last and final lecture as one of the culinary arts instructors before we release you into the world. Throughout our time together, I have watched you grow as budding culinary and baking and pastry professionals. Seeing your technical skills improve and your culinary knowledge grow has given you so much joy and so much pride. It's hard to believe that it was only July and we're meeting on orientation day. It was a lifetime. There was some standout moments in our 5 months together. As I take a trip down memory lane. In the beginning, Chef Blair and I had the pleasure of educating our first group together. The group to cater. This was a mix of people that came with some interesting personality combinations. Richie, the mad scientist, would often be found concocting a lagniappe sauce to serve at family meal. Stafford, who nursed a previous injury, hobbled through dish and refused to sit down as we lovingly addressed him as 2 boots, 1 scoop. Toby and Carissa. The silly rivalry that I will miss hearing. It was usually unclear if they were actually fighting or not, while both secretly recognizing the talent each other possessed. Kenneth, the Rock of Decatur, was always early and consistently ready to participate and be a team player. Cameron squared, I'll miss saying her name. Tobin, a solid cook with cool Oregon energy. Cameron Williams, your Maryland seafood style made a mark on our class, as well as your musical entertainment. Josh, you were one of the founding fathers of Bayou, but nearly defeated by Chef Blair daily with your spontaneous smashes of rock, paper, scissors. Van, who was faced with some major challenges in the 4th quarter, will always be remembered for having wonderful questions, complicated and a messy station, but his passion for barbecue will always fascinate me and no doubt anyone listening to his advice on the subject. Ben Bobrowski, our solid soldier of the Lagasse trenches, was a good partner with smooth technique. Chef Ken will forever favor your name, Ben Bobrowski.
Benjamin Bobrowski!
Patrick, our rock star. We saw very little slip up in quarter 1 from you, except when you told Chef Ken glazing carrots would be too easy. Ruby, our gifted and talented star. She looks sweet but means business. Her bark was heard in the lab, keeping everyone in line. And Carolyn, who wasn't sure of her place in the crew, and then she made it to quarter 2 and she kept everyone up to speed on any communications with their group text. Then there was the crew of chocolate Sulis. Coming in hot Garmaget with dynamic energy that was big, loud, and a lot of fun. You joined my class at a challenging part of the curriculum, the ever so stinky cheese project. I was proud of y'all for trying these cheeses, even when it took some of you out. Jaleel, you will never underestimate a Japanese mandolin again. The hype man, you were a pleasure to lead. Do not lose your spark. Vincent, the young cook with a ton of ambition. My proudest moment was watching you win the pop-up pitch and accepting it with misty eyes. Brittany, whose focus and drive to better her skills was impressive as your confidence grew. Speaking of Amaya, you may have felt ill prepared to run the fryer station in Bayou, but once you plated a few tonkatsu sandwiches, I knew you would shine, and you did it. Michael, your politeness and beautiful smile was hard to be mad at. Don't stop pushing yourself. Jamani. Your talent and patience shine bright here at Noki. You are ready for this. Do not doubt yourself. Genius. After many attempts at crackling, you can confidently say the errors of your ways have taught you what not to do. Charlie, the Togarashi King. Watching you grow has been a joy to myself and the culinary instructors. George, a student that enjoys the finer things in life. Always impressed myself and his classmates with knowledge and potential. Don't stop growing. Jermaine, your persistence and talent brought great wisdom to your group. Along with fellow Yakitori station mates, you brought some of the best fights to life at Bayou. And Kendrick, a sweet soul with a big appetite, you learned so much and gained great praise at your externship site to Chase. There's so much more to learn, but with those chefs as your guide, you were on the right path. And then it was bacon and pastry turn. I don't think you guys loved the culinary arts. After we came in hot with less than one beat and a whole chicken breakdown, many of you were shocked, horrified, and ready to pack up and return to the big shop. But you pushed through though. CJ had a chance to polish his culinary skills with you once again. Leah, the silent ninja, had skills she did not know she had. Yami learned so much and has so much more to learn, but he will be joining our next cohort as a culinary arts student. Can't wait to culinary powerhouse. Got a chance to return to her roots and produce some beautiful food, omelets being her specialty. Jayla and Tanya both longed for the structure of the Leventhal lab, but made it to day 10. TJ, I didn't have the pleasure of the culinary switch with you, but you earned a much needed reprieve. And Colette, who was also gone during the switch, was able to gain her culinary skills during pop-up as a hot axe cook and held it down with a boss-like status, a polished and stepped Faith, our FIT program graduate. We're proud of your accomplishments. You should be proud of how far you've come. December graduates, we will go our separate ways, but now the real work begins. Remember what you're leaving this place with. You're leaving with a piece of Noki's legacy. With that comes a sense of purpose and responsibility not only to our institute, but also to yourselves. The chefs and myself have planted the seed of learning in you, but it does not end here. Stay hungry for knowledge as you carve your own path throughout your career. Never stop learning, stay curious, and be adventurous. Explore the culinary world. No better way to do that, just like Chef Scale said, than to travel and get out of your bubble. Keep this town in your heart, but remember there's a big world out there. You will be a better person and a better chef the more of the globe you explore. Now, thank you. It's been an amazing ride. Now, make me proud. Commit yourself 100% to whatever you do. Don't forget about the teaching labs called Legacy, Marriott, and Leventhal, where the alchemy of cooking came alive for you here in the halls of Noki. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef Pascal. Now I'd like to invite Chef Instructor Danae Reddick, class of 2019, to present the Baking and Pastry Valedictorian Award.
Pastry arts instructor. 5.5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, I sat exactly where y'all are sitting today. I know the feelings that you're experiencing all too well. Excitement, nervousness, maybe even a little uncertainty. But as part of the inaugural class, things for me looked a little different. One of the things we did in our graduation was class presidents. So who's most likely to open a Michelin star restaurant? Most likely to change the culinary world? Surprisingly, I was voted most likely to teach at Noki. didn't see it at the time, but I guess my classmates really well enough to see it for me. Today I have the pleasure of introducing your baking pastry arts valedictorian of December 2024 cohort. This chef has exemplified with the best of love chicken. He's so proud of who he is, his culture, and where he comes from, and has always reflected in his work. I'm honored to have seen him grow the past 100 days. Proud to announce our December 2024 baking pastry arts valedictorian is Christian Lopez.
Month I over Emeralds. We're here right now. And every night, Chef would give us lecture, and one of his lectures that he gives us was maybe we're one of the chefs, and that was never be better than a grandma place. Now, my big innovation, uh, classmates will know how hard it is to do your best. It's not too crazy, but it's definitely a process. You gotta make sure these don't burn with sugar. Most right temperature, you gotta whisk it in, right temperature, so it's scrambled, this is over boil, this and that. But yeah, like I said, it is a process, and it's not easy to get there. You able to make it right the first time, and as such, young culinary students and people going into the industry, things really easy for us to want to do all kinds of crazy stuff like hibiscus cucumber foam, fire console, this and that. And it is really cool to be able to experiment, but I think it's also important for us to learn the basics and learn right. Learn how to make a criminal glaze right. So you can do it right the first time. You don't gotta go back and do it again. And it's really humbling stuff with criminal glaze. Just don't think you're better than it. Just when you think you're better than it, you'll kick your ass. Stay humble and to everyone that's sat here before me. Like I said, thank you for joining me for the past 100 days, and uh, I advise you to keep your head down, keep your dreams high, keep fighting the good fight, keep pushing past your comfort zone, stay humble and stay hungry. Another day comes when we all make it to the top. And we're all in the magazines, we're all on TV, then we'll party hard.
CJ. Now I'd like to invite up chef instructor Blair Tiller, who will present the culinary arts valedictorian.
Well, I have the pleasure of announcing the culinary valedictorian. This student has shown a tremendous understanding of our content fundamentals. From her extremely detailed, full-page Quarter 1 lab practice prep sheet that included little drop boxes for her completed tasks, to a reminder to drink water, which is very important. We just tend to forget. She consistently held high standards for herself and her classmates. and her inquisitiveness about the culinary field is what will make her a badass in this industry. I am proud to announce the December 2024 Culinary Arts Valedictorian, Ruby Heister. Esteemed chefs, instructors, family, and friends, thank you all for coming here to support us on this special day. And even if it was only 100 days, it was probably the most important 100 days of my life. And I couldn't have done it without all of you. I wouldn't have gotten to this point if I hadn't borrowed a knife or borrowed some easy plots from a neighbor or bumped into someone during the morning when we were all prepping and said, "Hey, can I borrow your scale?" So, with all that said, everyone here should know by now that the culinary industry is one that is a mentorship industry, and that means that you want to learn from people by your side. And those people who have come before you, you need to have a little respect for. And if you don't have respect, then you're not going to get anywhere. And so there's so much to be learned and curious about, and keeping that going inside your own mind can be challenging because you can just get stopped by your ego all the time. And you're like, well, I wanted to do it this way, but there's someone who's done it decades before you, and they're going to know a lot more, and you need to accept that. And the other thing that is said across the board is to remember your why, because we all have our own individual reasons for being here, but the most important part is to know why you came here to cook. And there's so many different reasons. There could be a family member, there could be, you want to just break a generational mold or anything like that, and just want to keep a tradition going. You want to have a respect for those that came before you and want to continue a legacy. There's a lot more I want to say, but I'll keep that for our little Noki group. But I'm really proud of all of us, and I'm still shocked to be here looking at all of you because it's really insane how fast 100 days pass, and 6 months gone by in a blink. And I really appreciate each and every one of you because y'all have shown me something that I would not learn if I had not met you. And I really just appreciate it so much. And when we run into each other at the grocery store or, at a Mardi Gras parade, I hope that we can all just embrace each other and remember the experience that we shared. Thank you! Not chef. Yes, chef.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ruby.
It's a unique Yogi experience for students to complete both disciplines, culinary arts and baking and pastry. Here to recognize our Back for Seconds graduates is chef instructor Byron Bradley.
Thank you all. Congratulations to all of the students here. Once again, by two very special students that have persevered
not only through culinary, but also digging the history or vice versa. And ironically, their names abbreviated sounds pretty good together. Come to the stage, CJ and TJ. These students have shown exceptional perseverance, sticking through 100 plus days of both curriculums. We are very proud of this institution as chefs and as peers. Thank you all for being here. Continue to strive. My only word for you all is keep up with your timing and keep control, all of the little things. I will see you all at the top.
Thank you, Chef Bradley. All right, now for the presentation of certificates, I'm going to invite our Director of Admissions, Jessica Couch, to come to the stage.
Carolyn Francis Balmer, Culinary Arts. Tanya Blake, Baking and Pastry Arts. Bobrovsky, Culinary Arts. Culinary Arts. Joshua James Contreras. Gina Doe. Michael Dorsey Jr. Culinary. Jayla Renee Fletcher, Beach. Brooklyn Edge, Culinary Arts. Culinary Arts. Kendrick Hill, Culinary Arts. Ayana Holmes, Baking and Pastry. Carissa Casey Jackson, Culinary Arts. Jamani Jones, culinary arts. Christian Lopez, making history. Colette McCune, baking and pastry arts. Charles Michaud. George Cross, culinary arts. Jaleel Mosley, culinary. Kenneth Mouye Jr., culinary arts. Tyrell Norman Sr., Leah Peters, baking and pastry arts. Patrick Pope, culinary arts. Vincent Riggins, culinary arts. TJ Roberts, baking and pastry arts. Richie Laura, culinary arts. Amaya Thomas, Cameron Tobin, culinary arts. Yannick Vincent, baking and pastry arts. Toby Young, culinary arts. Wilson.
Today, for the first time, Noki recognizes the successful completion
Completion of our fundamentals intensive training curriculum.
This
This 100-day program is designed for students to master the chef fundamentals that are the core of our industry. I'd like to invite Chef Instructor Nicole Terrio and Chef Instructor Jacob Anguiano to present our first student to complete this program.
Arts instructor. I have the privilege today of introducing the first graduate of Noki's newest program, Fundamentals of Physics Training, affectionately known as FIT, my friend, Faith House. Embodies some of the best, most important qualities of the industry professionals we all strive to become. Resilience in the face of pressure, compassion, determination, and with all due respect, a slightly delusional pursuit of a wild dream. Along with an intensive study of the disciplines and skills we reinforce in the first 25 days of the Culinary Arts program, Faith has learned and acquired a few additional skills that I hope every graduate alongside her carries forward with them. Giving yourself grace when it's needed, committing to an unwavering passion for learning, and always treating your friends, colleagues, and loved ones with kindness. In the early days of my time with Faith, I often found myself repeating a mantra that my friends and coworkers and I have repeated to one another 1,000 times over during a stressful dinner service or a god-awful brunch or overwhelming banquet. It's just dinner. With Faith, I've often tacked on another reminder. It's not the end of the world. It's just dinner. Anytime you find yourself overwhelmed or scared or just burnt out, because we all get there at one point or another, check in with yourself and remember, it's just dinner and you're going to be just fine. Please join us in celebrating our first FIT graduate, Faith Townsend.
Following up, invite up our instructor, Ken Levan, for our closing remarks.
For those of you that thought this day was ending without hearing from me, you are incorrect. And not just for our students, but I have a few words for our friends and family that are here with us. But we'll get there in just a moment.
Just a moment.
He's the watcher. As this journey ends, just remember how important that our next journey that's about to begin is. This wasn't the hard work. The hard work is about to start. But that hard work is also the really fun work. You just have to invest in yourself to do it. There have been many things that you've all probably heard me repeat
in the last 100 days, some of which I'm not going to say up here because that's probably frowned upon. But there are some other things that I would like you to remember as we finish this section of our journey. And some of them you even wrote on the grease board downstairs by the elevator. A lot of this is about your mental game, right? Not just mental B's and plows, but what are you telling yourself up here, right? It'll tell you what kind of chef you are when you're in the weeds. It'll tell you what kind of chef you are when you're overwhelmed. You got to talk to yourself right up here, right? You got to talk to others right. Get them to get this together. Don't forget your mental game. Also, get over yourself. Get out of your own way. There are certain times that your body's going to tell you, I'm in a situation that I need to manage. I've seen every single one of you in those situations and how you respond differently. You each know when you're in a position of, I need to manage this moment. I need to manage my station, or I need to manage this relationship. We've started the groundwork on that. Continue that growth as you leave here. And most importantly, you got to cook with the soul. That recipe can only take you so far. And like I've said before, if you're not willing to put it down in front of your mother and be, Mommy, you're going to love this. And she says, hey, that's half of it. But until you then turn around and say, but you still have to pay full price, we haven't made it all the way. So you have to cook from somewhere. It's not just reading a recipe. I've told several of you, if not all of you, one of the bravest things that you will ever have to do is cook and be evaluated by your peers. You've all experienced that while you're here. You have to be true to yourself and put yourself on a plate and let others see who you are. And I challenge all of you to learn how to do that, even more than what you've done so far. Be brave. It took a lot of bravery for you to start this journey. It's coming on orientation, to stay through day 100 or 103, whatever we're at right now, and to persevere. But also, as chefs, we have to be fearless. We need all of them. Keep that fearlessness alive. Go for it. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Cross boundaries in a good way. And now for our friends and family that are here, I have a challenge for you. Those of you that don't know the workings of this industry, do some research and learn what it's like to work in a kitchen, to be a chef. These individuals have a hard road ahead. There are going to be times where it is thankless work. There's going to be times where there's a lot of loneliness. There's going to be times where they can't see the end. They're going to need your support. They're going to need your understanding. Most importantly, you all need each other. No one else has started this journey the same way you did. There's not going to be anyone else that is a gluten-free, dairy-free enthusiast like Karen. There isn't going to be another person that has mangled his fingers so hard on the mandolin. There isn't going to be another person that slipped an egg into their face during omelet time. These stories that make you laugh, you're going to need them in the future. You're going to need each other. These relationships that you started here are important to be successful on this journey. Don't forget who you are, but don't forget who you came with. Okay? And on that, welcome to the club. These new jackets that you all have on, you all have matching jackets to join you. On orientation, we instilled on you how important and the respect and pride that comes with these jackets. And I challenge all of you, if you would like to come to our next orientation and represent that pride that you have earned as we do that initial jacket ceremony of orientation that was a mere 100 days ago for our new cohort, and show them what they can be. And on that note, I want you all to take great, great pride in the accomplishment that you made to get here today. Thank you.
Exercises wind down, I'd like to thank each of you for not only being here today, but for supporting our graduates on their Noki journey. Noki is grateful for the community that helps our school and our students achieve success. Now, I'd like to ask our newest alumni to please put on your chef coats. Graduates, please go back to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It is 2024 graduates of the New Orleans Culinary and Hospitality Institute. Graduates, one.
that concludes our graduation ceremony.
I want to be back here for some of that.